To me, mind is probably my bit of respite as well. I love coming to work and I love coming and talking to the guys that I work with, and I wouldn't want to work or be with anybody else.
Some people who come to Mind will need support to find a home. Chris came to Mind and was provided with supported housing.
I've been with Mind since April. For support and help really. Never had support and help where I've got Leamington and that. So come down here and it's actually made a change on my life. They've supported me with getting my right medication, budgeting, money, everything. Everything they're doing, cooking, a lot. At first I didn't do anything, but then I started doing working, helping out in the kitchen. And then that moved to go on to reception, so answering the phones, dealing with people. It's much better. I like it.
Mind offers courses to the service users to help them gain skills to improve well-being.
The Mind courses offer depression courses, anxiety courses, make amends, bridges back to work, life skills, walking football. Going in, it puts a smile on your face. It just cheers you up because everybody's happy, no one's sad. If you are sad, people cheer you up. Background, it's good and bad. Obviously things happen in my family. Moved down here under a load of other stuff I don't want to go into, but ended up going into prison, come out. If I didn't come to Mind, I reckon I'd have been back in prison because they've helped me out that much.
It's their lifeline for the guys that do access the services. I don't know what they would do if we weren't here. For some of our service users, just coming here is a big step. It's the only place they do come. People get support. We've got a homeless worker that supports people to move into their own accommodation.
Daniel found himself homeless and came to Mind for guidance and support.
The support I've received is to get into a property and financially get independent, going from homeless into a property. When I first came in, I felt really low, depressed, and I didn't have nothing at all. My ex-partner kicked me out. I was going to be homeless, and then I started receiving support to get into a property to stop me from being homeless and just to get financially stable. I was offered a temporary property through the homeless team. Now I've got a more permanent property, living better than I was before while I was going to come homeless. Yeah, I think without Mind I would have either been on the street or gone back to my nan's and been isolated. If I had to speak about it before I moved on from it all, I would have got quite depressed and run down from it all. But now I can talk about it because I've moved on and done courses, so I can talk about it a lot more now without getting upset about it all.
Since being with Mind, Daniel has found himself more involved with group activities, including those which have helped him gain a qualification.
It helped me get out and about more because I came here for cooking nutrition course and art class and men's group and other courses that I'm doing. The certificates that I have is food hygiene level 2, nutrition course, and I've got another cooking course certificate.
Richard joined Mind as a volunteer. After hard work, he was hired as a support worker.
I started with Mind January the 4th as a work placement, and then I carried on as a volunteer because I liked working here. And then eventually there was a new post came up for recovery and beyond workers, which is the day services and stuff like that. So I interviewed for one of those roles, and then they actually got a different position for me in floating support, which is just general support. The way I am with any type of work is if you're going to be there, you just want to do a good job anyway. So I enjoyed doing that. And then I thought, well, this is something I could do for a living. So I actually wanted to become a counsellor, but then I decided to go more support worker route because it was like 5 or 6 years with the counselling training and all that sort of stuff. So I worked with Drug Aid for about 2.5 years as a volunteer. I guess when I was on benefits, because they saw the experience I had, they thought I'd be a good fit to come here anyway. They've been great, to be fair. Even when I was just working on reception, they put me on the mental health first aid training, all the training that you would need to have to be a paid member of staff. And all the staff are great. I've actually had 3 different jobs since I started working here, and everywhere I've gone, if there's anything that I needed to know, you can ask anyone and they give you the answers. Everyone will go out their way to help you.
Staff are the most important. I've always said my guys, my team do a fantastic job and I can't praise them enough. They do a difficult job in difficult circumstances, but they're a fab team, that all of them, I can't fault them in any way, shape or form.
I'm Trish Richards, and my job title is Recovery and Beyond Worker with Torfaen and Blaenau Gwent Mind. Phoenix Project is basically a drop-in, a social hub. We have 2 social days on a Tuesday and a Thursday, a lunch club. I also do courses, anger awareness, depression awareness, anxiety awareness, well-being. Most of the doctors in Blaenau Gwent will refer somebody suffering with anxiety or depression. They come to me, we have a one-to-one, see if there's anything we can do. It's a lovely place for people to come, they feel safe. Most are suffering with some sort of mental health problem, and it's somewhere where there are other people and they realise that they're not the only one. We're part of Pontypool and Torfaen and Blaenau Gwent. A few years ago there was a lift project running in the area and funding was pulled and Torfaen was asked to take it over. Hopefully we're going to be expanding into the community, because this is the only place that people can come to at the moment, Blaenau Gwent wise. It's extremely important for people in this area. There's a lot of sort of poverty, job insecurity, not many jobs around. It is a deprived area and it is important that we're here. A lot of people say, oh, I wish I'd known you were here before. I would have come along ages ago. But now we've been doing leaflet drops and everything around doctor surgeries, so people are getting to know we're actually here. It's really important just to have somewhere to go, somewhere to actually get up, get dressed and go to and talk to other people. It's really important.
I've been coming to this for about 3.5 years. Saved my life, to tell the truth. And I admit this, I wouldn't be here without Mind at all. I would be here for me. I wouldn't have coped or managed in any way, shape or form without the support I was receiving from you. So Ebbsville being one of the most deprived areas in Europe, if I understand right, it doesn't help with people's mental health at all. It contributes to it, and there's a knock-on effect from the adults to the children, and it'll keep on going and it ain't going to change anytime soon. So it's good to have Mind within this area, definitely. It's needed more now than ever, especially within the last 10-15 years. People were suffering within this area as things have closed, businesses, everything, and the area has struggled financially. More and more people are turning to Mind for help and just that support, which you can't get on a daily basis from your GP or from an hospital. You need a continuous day-to-day to cope. Some people, so Mind is needed. It is really needed in this area.
George is the service user who has been living in shared supported accommodation after coming to Mind after experiencing mental health issues.
I've suffered with depression and all kinds of things for over a couple of years now. And I think I was speaking to my doctor or something, and I think they put in a referral for me to come to Mind. They've helped me kind of interact more with people. It's kind of helped my confidence a lot more. I wouldn't have done it like last year or something. My confidence is not that good, so I think it's very important once people are in here and they treat you with respect and they look after you and that and see if you're alright. So personally I think it's very good. On Thursdays I do walk and football with them as well. No, it's good, it gives people more chance to interact with other people and get to know people a bit more.
Mind has been working with Paul Byrne to run a weekly workshop encouraging service users to express themselves through art.
I've been running an 8-week project which is celebrating the 30 years of Mind. I guess because there's an end product, so to speak, so there is the mosaic at the end of it, which everyone has participated. They each do 1 or 2 or 3 tiles individually, and they can do whatever they like on that tile to represent themselves, represent Mind. So it's the taking part, I think, is the main crucial element, and that process then of having an end product. It's so important, yeah, because it gets people involved. I think there's such an essential achievement at the end when they see what they've done, and it's kind of a wow factor, I think. They also engage as a group. That was interesting because we had some who were quite shy at the beginning, and then slowly they all sort of came together.
What does it mean to me? That's difficult to answer. It means lots of things to me. It means we help a lot of people. I don't do the hands-on stuff anymore, but to see the results that my support staff get and the recovery workers get is fantastic, and to me that's job satisfaction. My team are doing a fab job. Behind every good manager is a better team as far as I'm concerned. I couldn't imagine working anywhere else. This is the longest I've ever worked anywhere. I wouldn't want to work anywhere else. I wouldn't want to work with any other people. We're an extremely close-knit organisation, and I love the way that we are and the way that we interact.